The discovery. Dr. Maya Chen pressed her hand against the observation deck's crystalline window, her breath fogging the transparent material as she leaned closer. Beyond the window, illuminated by the pale light of a distant binary star system, floated what could be the greatest discovery in modern galactic history, or the biggest waste of expedition resources in her career. Your reputation won't survive another wild ghost chase, Maya, she whispered to herself, unconsciously touching the weathered data chip that hung from her neck, the last gift from her grandmother, who had filled her childhood with tales of humanity's lost golden age. The massive fleet stretched before her research vessel, hundreds of ships suspended in the void like frozen leaves in ancient amber. Their hulls were dark, scared by 50 millennia of cosmic radiation and micrometeorite impacts. At first glance, they appeared to be exactly what the Confederation surveys had declared them. Space junk, remnants of some long-dead civilization that hadn't even mastered basic gravitational manipulation. Dr. Chen. The sharp voice of her research assistant, Zix, cut through her contemplation. The Arcturians' crystalline appendages clicked rapidly against their workstation's interface. These readings, they're impossible. Maya pushed away from the window, floating across the low-gravity bridge to Zix's station. Show me. The whole composition. Zix's voice trembled, their crystalline structure shifting to a deeper blue of confusion. It's not registering as any known material, but it's also not registering as unknown. The sensors are giving contradictory readings as if the ships are actively manipulating our scans, Maya finished, her heart racing. She'd seen this pattern before, in theoretical papers about advanced metamaterials. Run a quantum resonance scan. The bridge door hissed open, admitting Ambassador Varax of the Confederation Science Council. The towering insectoid's antennae twitched with barely concealed disdain. Dr. Chen, the Council is growing impatient. We've wasted 3 days studying this garbage field. Maya bit back, a sharp retort. The Confederation funded her expeditions, and their patience with her obsession with finding human artifacts was wearing thin. Ambassador, I believe we found something extraordinary. These ships are primitive hulks. Varax interrupted, mandibles clicking. No quantum shielding, no dark energy cores, not even basic neural interfaces. Whatever species built them clearly destroyed themselves before achieving true spacefaring status. A soft chime from Zix's console drew their attention. The quantum resonance scan was complete, and Maya's eyes widened as she read the results. The ships weren't dead. They were dormant, and they were washing. Ambassador, Maya said carefully, I need to show you something. She pulled up the scan results on the main holographic display. These ships aren't primitive. They're disguised. Varax's compound eyes reflected the scrolling data. Impossible. The energy readings are exactly what the ships want us to see. Maya's fingers flew across the interface, highlighting pattern after pattern. Look at these quantum signatures. They're ordered, deliberate. These ships aren't dead. They're sleeping. As if responding to her words, a pulse of energy rippled through the nearest vessel. Lights flickered across its hull, patterns that had seemed like battle damage resolving into complex geometric designs. By the first nest, Varax whispered, all 4 arms raising in shock. Maya's data chip grew warm against her chest, and she pulled it out, staring at the familiar symbol etched into its surface. The same symbol now glowed on the hull of the awakening ship, a spiral galaxy wrapped in protective hands. This is a human fleet, she breathed, decades of research finally validated. Humanity didn't die out. They left us a legacy. The ship's response was immediate. A beam of light swept through the bridge, scanning each occupant. A holographic interface materialized before Maya, text scrolling in an ancient human language she'd spent years studying. Genetic markers detected. Partial human ancestry confirmed. Emergency protocol Aurora initiating. Maya's hands shook as she reached for the interface. All around them, the fleet was awakening, darkness giving way to light, seeming decay transforming into breathtaking complexity. What had appeared to be simple metal plates shifted and flowed like liquid, revealing weapons systems and energy matrices far beyond current Confederation technology. "Dr. Chen," Zix called out, their voice urgent. "Something's approaching from the outer system. Multiple signatures, moving fast." Varax rushed to the tactical display, antennae rigid with alarm. "Those energy patterns, they match nothing in our database." The holographic interface before Maya pulsed, and a new message appeared. "The Harvesters return. The fleet awakens. Accept command interface." Maya thought of her grandmother's stories, of humanity's last great war, of the sacrifice they made to give the younger races time to grow, to prepare. She thought of the warning that had been passed down through generations. They will return, and the fleet must be ready. "Accept," she said clearly, her voice carrying the weight of centuries. The interface expanded, surrounding her in a cocoon of light. Knowledge flooded her mind. Weapons systems, defense protocols, the true purpose of this mighty fleet. Through newly awakened neural links, she felt thousands of ships stirring to life, their combined power beyond anything the Confederation had ever wielded. "Ambassador," she said, turning to the now speechless Varax, "I suggest you contact the Council. Tell them humanity's legacy has awakened, and we're going to need every ship and every species if we're going to survive what's coming." The ancient fleet blazed to life around them, no longer pretending to be derelict, no longer hiding its true nature. Humanity's last gift to the galaxy had awakened, and Maya Chen, descendant of those ancient guardians, would ensure their sacrifice was not in vain. As the first wave of enemy ships appeared at the system's edge, Maya straightened her spine and accessed the fleet's combat protocols. It was time to show the galaxy why humanity's legacy had endured for 50,000 years, waiting for this moment. The war for survival was about to begin. And this time, the younger races wouldn't face it alone. Ancient whispers. Deep within the awakening flagship, Maya's footsteps echoed through corridors that seemed to reshape themselves as she passed. The ship's internal lighting pulsed with a soft blue glow, responding to her presence through the neural link that still felt foreign in her mind. Behind her, Zix's crystalline form cast prismatic patterns on the walls, while Ambassador Varax's rigid posture betrayed both awe and unease. "The architectural efficiency is remarkable," Zix observed, their sensors analyzing every surface. "These passages are reconfiguring to optimize our movement path." "Primitive design indeed." "Ambassador," Maya couldn't resist saying, glancing at Varax, who had the grace to twitch his antennae in embarrassment. "The Council's preliminary analysis was flawed," the ambassador admitted. "But these revelations raise disturbing questions. If humanity possessed such advanced technology, what force could have driven them to abandon it?" The answer came not from Maya, but from the ship itself. A holographic interface materialized before them, displaying a scene that made even Varax's compound eyes widen in horror. They watched as massive, shadowy forms emerged from the space between stars, organic yet mechanical, consuming entire worlds with terrible efficiency. "The Harvesters," Maya whispered, the neural link feeding her information. "They emerge from dark space every 50,000 years to feed on advanced civilizations. Humanity faced them alone." The hologram shifted, showing vast fleets of human ships engaging the cosmic horrors. The battles were devastating, entire systems reduced to cosmic debris. But the human ships, despite their incredible technology, were being overwhelmed by sheer numbers. "Your ancestors chose to sacrifice themselves," Zix realized, their crystalline form dimming with emotion. "But why hide the fleet's true nature? Why appear primitive?" They had reached the ship's central command nexus, a vast chamber that hummed with dormant power. As they entered, systems activated in cascading waves, displays flickering to life with information in ancient human script that Maya could now somehow read. "Because the Harvesters are drawn to power," a new voice answered. A holographic figure materialized. A human woman in a uniform Maya recognized from historical records. I am Admiral Sarah Chen, or rather, her stored consciousness. Welcome home, great-granddaughter. Maya's hand flew to her data chip, her grandmother's stories suddenly carrying new weight. You're my ancestor. The hologram smiled. One of many who chose to remain as guides. We knew it would take generations for the younger races to mature enough to use our technology responsibly. The fleet was our gift to them, but it needed the right guardian at the right time. The Confederation's analysts are still calling these ships primitive, Varax noted, mandibles clicking in agitation, even as they watched them transform. Good, Admiral Chen's hologram said firmly. That's exactly what we designed them to do. The harvesters target the most advanced civilizations first. By appearing primitive, these ships have waited safely for 50 millennia, gathering data, adapting, evolving. They're now more advanced than when we first built them. As if to demonstrate, the chamber's walls shifted, revealing layer upon layer of technology that had been hidden beneath seemingly basic surfaces. Weapons systems that defied current physical understanding, defensive matrices that could bend reality itself, and engines that could traverse galaxies. The Confederation's greatest scientists call quantum tunneling theoretically impossible, Zix observed, studying a nearby display. Yet these ships have mastered it. Humanity's greatest strength was never our technology. Admiral Chen explained. It was our ability to imagine the impossible, then find ways to make it real. We couldn't defeat the harvesters through force alone, so we created this legacy instead. A sleeping fleet that would learn, grow, and awaken when needed most. A violent shudder ran through the ship. Maya accessed the fleet's sensors through her neural link, her blood running cold at what she saw. They're here. 3 harvester scout ships just emerged from dark space. Scout ships. Varax's antennae went rigid. The energy readings from just one of them exceed our entire defense fleet's combined output. Then it's time to show them what humanity's legacy can do, Maya said, stepping onto the command platform. Through the neural link, she felt thousands of ships responding to her authority, their systems fully awakening for the first time in 50,000 years. The holographic admiral smiled proudly. The fleet is yours to command, Maya. Show the galaxy that humanity's greatest gift wasn't our technology. It was our determination to ensure life itself would endure. Around them, the ancient flagship completed its transformation. What had appeared to be battle damage became weapon ports housing technologies the Confederation had never imagined. The simple metal hull flowered into layers of quantum-locked armor that could shrug off direct hits from dark energy weapons. Ambassador, Maya turned to Varax, her eyes glowing faintly from the neural interface. Get back to your ship and warn the Confederation. Tell them humanity's fleet stands ready to defend them, but we'll need every race united if we're going to survive what's coming. As Varax hurried away, Maya accessed the fleet's combat protocols. Through the neural link, she felt thousands of ships moving in perfect synchronization, their combined power beyond anything the galaxy had seen in 50 millennia. Zix, she called to her friend. I need you to coordinate with the fleet's eye. Your crystalline nature makes you perfect for processing the quantum data streams. The harvesters are launching their first attack, the Admiral's hologram announced. Time to show them that humanity's legacy is more than just sleeping ships. Maya took a deep breath, feeling the power of humanity's last gift flowing through her. All ships, Combat Protocol Alpha. Show them what 50,000 years of evolution looks like. The fleet moved as one, ancient engines igniting with impossible power. The battle for survival was about to begin, and Maya Chen, carrying the legacy of humanity in her blood and in her command, would ensure that legacy burned brighter than ever. The harvesters were about to learn why humanity's fleet had been worth preserving for 50,000 years, and why appearances could be the deadliest deception of all. The awakening. The first harvester attack came like a wave of living darkness, their massive biomechanical forms distorting space itself as they advanced. Through the neural link, Maya felt the ancient fleet's response. Not fear, but a cold, calculated readiness 50 millennia in the making. Multiple quantum ruptures detected, Zix announced, their crystalline form pulsing with processed data. The Harvester Scouts are deploying some kind of reality-warping weapons. Just as they did before, Admiral Chen's hologram observed. But this time, we're ready for them. Maya accessed the fleet's tactical systems, marveling at the complexity of human military thinking. The ships weren't just powerful, they were clever. As the Harvesters launched their first strike, reality-shredding beams of dark energy shooting across space, the human fleet's true genius revealed itself. The seemingly primitive hulls of Maya's ships rippled, quantum-locked armor plates shifting to reveal intricate patterns. The Harvester beams struck and shattered, their energy dispersed through mathematical formulas encoded into the very structure of the ships. Impossible. The Confederation observers watching from a safe distance exclaimed. They're using geometric patterns to deflect quantum weapons. Geometry is the language of the universe, Maya replied through the command channel, remembering her grandmother's words. Humanity just learned to speak it better than most. The holographic admiral smiled. Launch the Mobius protocol. Maya felt the command flow through her neural link. Across the fleet, thousands of ships began moving in precise formations, their paths describing complex mathematical shapes in four-dimensional space. The Harvester's weapons, designed to target conventional defenses, found themselves hitting nothing but carefully crafted void. They're not just dodging, Zix realized, their crystalline structure brightening with understanding. The fleet's movement is creating a quantum interference pattern. They're turning space itself into a weapon. The Harvesters seemed to realize this too. Their massive forms writhed in what might have been frustration, their usual tactics rendered useless by human ingenuity. They launched a second wave of attacks, this time attempting to use their superior numbers to overwhelm the fleet's defenses. They still think quantity beats quality, Maya observed, accessing deeper combat protocols. Show them why that's a mistake. Initiate the Hydra protocol. The fleet responded instantly. Ships that had appeared to be simple cruisers split apart, each segment transforming into a fully armed vessel. What had seemed to be a fleet of thousands became tens of thousands in moments. Quantum replication. Varax's voice crackled over the command channel, the ambassador having returned to his own ship. Even our most advanced theorists considered that impossible. Humanity's greatest breakthroughs came from doing the impossible, Admiral Chen's hologram stated proudly. Each of these ships has spent 50,000 years perfecting these systems. They're not just copies, they're evolved versions of the originals. The Harvesters reeled from this revelation, their coordinated attack faltering. But Maya knew better than to celebrate too early. Through the neural link, she could sense more ruptures forming in dark space. The Scouts had called for reinforcements. Multiple quantum signatures detected, Zix confirmed. Largest Harvester fleet recorded in known history approaching. Estimated arrival time, 6 hours. Maya felt a moment of doubt. Even with the fleet's incredible capabilities, they were about to face overwhelming odds. The holographic admiral must have sensed her uncertainty. Remember, Maya, her ancestor said softly, humanity's greatest strength was never in our weapons. It was in our ability to unite others. The fleet is a symbol, proof that advanced technology doesn't have to lead to destruction. It can protect, preserve, inspire. Understanding dawned on Maya. Open a channel to all Confederation worlds, she commanded. The neural link complied, broadcasting her words across inhabited space. This is Dr. Maya Chen, commander of humanity's legacy fleet. You've seen what these ships can do. Now I'm asking for your help. The Harvesters aren't just humanity's enemy. They're a threat to all life. Stand with us. Fight with us. Let's show them that the galaxy's younger races have grown up, and we're ready to take our place as guardians. The response was immediate. Across Confederation space, ships began jumping into the system. Not just military vessels, but civilian craft, research vessels, even ancient ships pulled from museums. The younger races had seen humanity's legacy in action, and they were inspired. Neural interface protocols adapting, Zix announced excitedly. The fleet's technology. It's compatible with all of them. The ships are teaching them how to fight. Maya watched in awe as vessels of every size and design began to glow with human technological signatures. The ancient fleet wasn't just a weapon, it was a teacher, sharing 50,000 years of accumulated knowledge with races who were finally ready to receive it. The harvesters want to destroy advanced civilization. Maya asked, feeling the combined power of humanity's legacy and the united younger races flowing through the neural link. Let's show them what real civilization looks like. All ships, prepare for combat. Formation Omega. We stand together, or we fall together. The united fleet moved into position, human-designed quantum weapons powering up across vessels of all races. As the main harvester force approached, Maya felt not fear, but pride. Humanity's final gift wasn't just technology. It was hope, unity, and the proof that the impossible was always within reach. The real battle was about to begin, and thanks to humanity's legacy, the galaxy would face it as one. Legacy of humanity. The void between stars erupted with impossible energies as the main harvester fleet emerged from dark space. Their biomechanical forms blotted out distant stars, each vessel larger than a small moon. Maya stood at the command center of humanity's flagship, watching through both physical eyes and neural interface as the enemy approached. 9,243 harvester capital ships detected. Zix reported their crystalline form processing data streams from the unified fleet. Energy signatures are beyond our ability to measure. They're bigger than before, Admiral Chen's hologram noted grimly. They've evolved too. Maya felt the weight of countless lives through the neural link, not just the United Confederation fleet that had joined them, but the billions of civilians on countless worlds watching through quantum-entangled broadcasts. Everything would change today, one way or another. Show me the Lazarus Protocol, Maya commanded. The holographic displays shifted, revealing humanity's final contingency plan. As she studied it, her eyes widened. This is why humanity didn't just fight them directly. We knew we couldn't win through force alone, Admiral Chen confirmed. So we created something else, a legacy that would evolve, adapt, and when the time came, share its gifts with all sentient life. The harvesters launched their first assault, reality-warping weapons tearing across space. But the unified fleet, now enhanced by human technology, moved with perfect coordination. Ships of all designs and origins flowed around the attacks in mathematical patterns that made space itself a shield. Neural links stable across all allied vessels, Zix announced proudly. The fleet's quantum processors have successfully adapted to every known species biology. We are operating at 100% synchronization. Through the command network, Maya heard the voices of countless captains and commanders, their minds linked just as hers was to the ancient fleet. Species that had once fought wars against each other now moved as one, guided by humanity's legacy. The harvesters adapt quickly, Maya observed, watching their tactics shift. They're already learning to counter our defensive formations. Then it's time, Admiral Chen declared. Initiate the Lazarus Protocol. Show them why humanity spent 50,000 years preparing this moment. Maya gave the command, and the true power of humanity's legacy revealed itself. The fleet's quantum-locked hulls began to pulse with new energy. Patterns that had seemed merely decorative blazed with impossible light. By the first nest, Varax breathed over the command channel. The ships, they're not just sharing technology. They're rewriting the laws of physics. He was right. The human fleet had spent 50 millennia not just evolving its technology, but developing ways to alter reality itself. The mathematical patterns encoded in their hulls weren't just for defense. They were equations that could remake the universe. Humanity discovered something in their final days, Admiral Chen explained as space itself began to warp around the fleet. The universe isn't just governed by physical laws. It's written in code, and anything that's coded can be rewritten. The harvesters sensed the change, their massive forms recoiling as reality began to shift around them. Their weapons, designed to tear apart normal spacetime, found themselves firing into regions where the laws of physics no longer applied. All ships, Maya commanded, feeling the power of 50,000 years of human innovation flowing through her. Execute Lazarus Protocol Stage 1. The unified fleet moved in perfect synchronization, their combined energy signatures creating overlapping fields of altered spacetime. The Harvester's dark energy weapons didn't just miss. They ceased to exist, their fundamental principles rewritten by human mathematical warfare. Stage 2, Maya ordered, watching as the Harvesters launched desperate counterattacks. Show them why humanity chose to wait rather than fight. The fleet's response was beyond anything the galaxy had ever witnessed. Ships that had appeared primitive now wielded power that bordered on divine. Reality itself bent to their will, transformed by equations humanity had spent 50 millennia perfecting. But the Harvesters were ancient too, and they fought back with terrible force. Several Confederation ships vanished in bursts of dark energy, their crews' final thoughts echoing through the neural network. Maya felt each loss like a physical blow. They're adapting faster than predicted, Zix warned, their crystalline form vibrating with tension. The Lazarus Protocol. It's not enough to stop them completely. It was never meant to. Admiral Chen revealed, her holographic face showing both pride and determination. This is only part of humanity's legacy. The real gift isn't the technology, Maya. It's the proof that different species can unite, that they can overcome their differences and fight as one. Understanding dawned on Maya, as she felt the thoughts and emotions of countless alien minds through the neural link. Humanity hadn't just built weapons, they had created a means for all sentient life to truly connect, to share not just technology but understanding. All ships, she broadcast across the unified fleet, her voice carrying the weight of 50,000 years of human determination. Prepare for Lazarus Protocol Final Stage. We're not just fighting for survival anymore. We're fighting for everything humanity believed we could become. The battle raged on, reality itself burning as ancient powers clashed in the void. But through the neural link, Maya felt something the Harvesters could never understand: hope, unity, and the unshakable legacy of a species that had sacrificed everything to give the galaxy a fighting chance. The final confrontation was approaching, and Maya Chen, carrying the last gift of humanity, would ensure that sacrifice had meaning. Guardians rise. Space itself screamed as the Harvesters launched their final assault. Their massive forms had merged into a singular entity of impossible scale, a living darkness that threatened to devour everything in its path. Through the neural link, Maya felt the determination of thousands of united species, all wielding humanity's legacy against extinction itself. Lazarus Protocol Final Stage ready, Zix announced, their crystalline form pulsing with energy. But Maya, the calculations suggest we'll only get one chance. The holographic Admiral Chen nodded gravely. Humanity knew this moment would come. The question was never if we could defeat the Harvesters. It was whether the galaxy's species could truly unite when it mattered most. Maya watched as the massive Harvester entity continued to grow, absorbing even its own scout ships into its mass. The void around it warped and twisted, reality breaking down in its presence. Several more Confederation ships vanished in bursts of dark energy, their crews' final moments of courage echoing through the neural network. They're attempting to create a quantum singularity, Varax reported, his usually steady voice trembling. If they succeed, they'll consume everything, not just our fleet, but entire star systems. Maya accessed the deepest levels of the fleet's combat protocols and finally understood humanity's true plan. The equations written into the ship's hulls, the quantum-locked armor, the reality-altering weapons, they weren't just for fighting. They were pieces of a puzzle 50,000 years in the making. All ships, she commanded, her voice carrying across the neural link to every united vessel, form the infinity spiral. Everything humanity built was leading to this moment. The fleet moved with perfect synchronization, vessels of all shapes and sizes arranging themselves in an enormous spiral pattern. Through the neural link, Maya felt the math behind it, not just three-dimensional geometry, but complex quantum equations that reached into higher dimensions. The spiral, Admiral Chen's hologram smiled. Humanity's final gift. Not a weapon, but a key. As the ships locked into position, their combined energy signatures began to resonate. The patterns encoded in their hulls glowed with impossible light, each vessel adding its power to a growing cascade of quantum effects. Space itself began to sing with mathematical precision. The Harvester entity sensed the threat, launching a barrage of dark energy that could have annihilated solar systems. But the spiral formation didn't just deflect the attacks, it absorbed them, adding their power to its own growing resonance. By all that lives, Varax whispered, watching through his ship's sensors. The spiral, it's not just a formation, it's a universe-spanning equation. He was right. Humanity hadn't just built ships that could fight the Harvesters. They had created a way to rewrite the fundamental laws of reality itself, but only if every species worked together in perfect harmony. This is why humanity waited. Maya realized, feeling the power building through the neural link. The ships needed 50,000 years to evolve. Yes, but more importantly, we needed time to learn to unite. The Harvester entity launched itself at the spiral, its mass distorting space-time. But as it approached, the true genius of humanity's legacy revealed itself. Every ship in the spiral formation began to pulse with energy, their quantum-locked hulls resonating in perfect mathematical harmony. All species, all minds, all ships, Maya commanded, feeling the combined consciousness of thousands of different races flowing through the neural network. Complete the equation. Show them what unity really means. The spiral blazed with light that transcended the visible spectrum, each ship contributing its unique energy signature to a growing cascade of quantum effects. The mathematical patterns encoded in their hulls 50,000 years ago finally aligned, creating something new, something impossible. Reality itself shifted, the laws of physics rewriting themselves according to humanity's final equation. The Harvester entity found itself trapped in a space where its very nature became its undoing, its dark energy weaponry reflected back upon itself by the mathematical perfection of the spiral. The equation isn't just changing space, Zix observed in awe, their crystalline form resonating with the energy cascade. It's changing the fundamental nature of existence. Through the neural link, Maya felt the truth of humanity's legacy. The fleet hadn't been built to destroy the Harvesters, it had been created to transform them. The spiral formation wasn't a weapon, but a key to unlocking a new level of existence, one where the very concept of cosmic predation became impossible. The Harvester entity writhed as the equation took hold, its form breaking apart not into destruction, but into transformation. Dark energy became light, consumption became creation, and the threat that had haunted the galaxy for millions of years found itself reshaped by the combined will of united species, wielding humanity's mathematical legacy. As the transformation completed, Maya felt a profound sense of understanding flow through the neural network. Humanity hadn't just given them the means to survive. They had shown them how to evolve beyond the cycle of predator and prey. The galaxy's species are ready now, Admiral Chen's hologram said softly, looking at the transformed space where the Harvesters had been. Humanity's legacy is complete. The future belongs to all of you. Maya looked out at the unified fleet, still arranged in its perfect spiral. Ships of every design and origin glowed with shared power, their crews linked not just by technology, but by understanding. The mathematical patterns that had seemed like mere decoration now blazed as symbols of a new age. To all ships, she broadcast, feeling the weight of this moment in history. Humanity didn't just leave us weapons or technology. They left us proof that unity is the greatest force in the universe. We aren't just survivors now. We're guardians. As the fleet began to disengage from the spiral formation, Maya felt her grandmother's data chip warm against her chest. Humanity's legacy would live on, not as ancient ships or powerful weapons, but as proof that different species could overcome any challenge if they truly worked as one. The age of the harvesters was over. The age of the guardians had begun.